Okay, so obviously I don't live in a city where subways exist, and I've never even like taken a subway on my own. So when I walked I walked into the subway station and I looked at the lady. There's only one person here that's like working like inside the stand. And I looked at her and I was like, how do I buy a subway card? And she just stared at me, and then I realized there was a machine like 2 feet from me. Embarrassing myself even when there's only one person. Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be practicing my transit ride. I'm such a loser and I always just need to practice going to work at least one time before I actually go, because I don't want to be stuck on the day and then not being able to find it. So I have my mask on, got my warm clothes on. We're gonna go just buy my subway ticket and I'm just gonna take my little ride and we'll see how it goes. That old building. Whew, it's cold out here. It's like 40 something degrees. I'm staying right by the Empire State Building. So we'll see. Oh, look at this cute little thing. Okay. So cold outside. Subway. Let's see if I can't find where to go. So there is absolutely nobody here. Super eerie. I just bought my Metro card ticket and I am awaiting the subway. Literally nobody on these subways. train should be coming up, my subway. Alright. I made it to the number 2. Now I gotta make it to my next part.
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
2 express train. The next stop is 72nd Street. 149th Street.
I made it. Holy shit, that was a crazy ass experience, okay? So there was some drunk guy that was yelling and falling all over people, saying, "Hey miss, hey miss, hey sir, hey sir." And he literally fell on some guy, and some guy just like pushed him off. And then there was a guy that walked in and he wasn't wearing a mask, and he was just looking at everybody that was wearing a mask and saying, shut the fuck up, but nobody was saying anything. It was weird, man. Alright, I gotta find my hospital. Alright, so I literally walked by the spot like 10 times, but this is where I'm working, so. Alright, I guess I can go back now. Sweet, it literally spits you out right at the hospital. That's dope. Now I gotta figure out how to get back. Okay. Nice. Okay, I found where I'm working. I did my trip. Let's get back because I'm cold. Oh, alright, let's get home. This is enough of New York for one day. I'm over it. There's a machine to buy your thing. At my hotel, there's the Empire State Building. I don't know if y'all can see. Holy crap. That was an eye-opening experience, to say the least. Wow. I'm just like speechless at my whole experience. The guy that was yelling, hey miss, hey sir, and that was falling all over people. What are the chances that he was on my same exact subway on the way back? And he was running through all the different cars. I didn't even know that you could do that. He was running through all the different cars, just going car to car, just yelling, "Hey sir, hey miss." Didn't matter if you were a man or a woman. He would look at me, he would say, "Hey sir," look at the man next to me, "Hey miss, hey miss." All right, fuck you, ignore me. Crazy. There's a sign thanking the healthcare workers, which is really cool. To all the EMTs on the front lines, to the teachers, to the healthcare workers, thank you. Oh, it's Madison Square Garden. Oh, there's people over there making music. Oh, a spy store. That's cool. Look at all the pigeons from Home Alone. So I'm walking to the store and I just happen to be walking through this good old place. Looks like I've made it back. So let me get upstairs and I'll talk about my experience. Holy crap. So that was an eye-opening experience, to say the least. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my first experience riding a subway solo or just in general, but obviously I was alone. So, I mean, as you guys saw, it started out, I did not even know how to get a subway pass. And, you know, I was obviously like all bubbly, and it was a very rude awakening. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. I was already apprehensive because I'm coming to obviously a coronavirus hotspot. I mean, I'm obviously anxious to help out, but I don't know. I mean, for me, I just feel like the subway is obviously very unsafe because I'm small, I'm a girl, and if anyone wants to overpower me or jump me, it's gonna be scary. So it had started out, you know, on the first subway on the way there. First, there was a guy that was just blasting music, obviously trying to get a reaction out of people. He obviously had like a mental disorder, and he was just like jumping around and just like jamming to his music, you know. And then he got off, and then this other guy got on, and he was the guy that I kept talking about that kept screaming, hey miss, hey sir, hey sir. And he was like staggering, and he was walking through the subway car, and he staggered, he fell on some guy, and this guy like didn't even react. Like he just like let him fall on him, and like nobody reacts, like everybody just minds their own business, which is awesome. But I'm from some place where you obviously don't really mind your business, so I'm trying to learn to just like stare at the ground, stare at the ground, stare at the ground. So I just like started counting the dots on the ground. Like as the guy started getting closer to me, as he was yelling, hey miss, hey miss, hey miss, like I started feeling like more anxiety and just like, oh my gosh, like what if this guy like tries to do something? Like is anybody gonna help me? Am I gonna be able to defend myself? Like I don't know. So he actually walked by me, and then he staggered on another guy, and he fell right onto him, and the guy like strong-armed him off of him, and then he fell onto another person. So I mean, what if he fell on me? I mean, this guy had no mask on, he was very dirty, he was smelly, and it was just crazy. And so then the train stopped, and then that guy got off, and then some other guy got on, and everybody in the car had masks on except this guy. Nobody looked at him, nobody said anything to him. And this guy literally just started looking at everybody that had a mask and saying, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Like, as if we were saying something to him, but nobody was even looking at this guy. And I didn't even make eye contact, but I just knew that it was him. I mean, you could tell, you know? And then I got off, went and found the hospital that I'm working at, and then I went to get back on, and literally I walk into the subway station, and I'm just walking up and just scanning my thing, and this lady starts yelling at me. I'm not filming, my phone's in my pocket. She just starts yelling at me, mind your own fucking business, mind your own fucking business. And I didn't look at her, like I was doing nothing, but she was trying to get over because she didn't have a subway ticket. She was obviously homeless, and she didn't have a subway pass, so she was just gonna jump over, which I saw a few people do. I mean, it's none of my business. Like, if you want to do that, more power to you. Like, I literally saw some guy on my first train jump over the thing in front of the subway attendant, and like she didn't care, you know? So, but literally, and then I just looked at her, and I was just like, I'm sorry, like I am minding my own business, even though I already was, but I probably just shouldn't even acknowledged her to begin with. But then she started walking up and down, and she started like yelling stuff at me, so I walked out, and then I went to the other side, and I just took another subway because it's not even worth it. It's not worth my safety. And like my parents and everybody are like already like really worried about me, and I'm obviously not going to tell them any of this, but like, I mean, this would make them even more worried. Like, this is crazy. There's nobody down there. There's no police down there. There's like one subway attendant maybe on either side. Like maybe one on one side, and like nobody's gonna save you, nobody's gonna help you. So this is just crazy to me. I mean, I definitely learned my lesson to just keep my head down and just stay just looking down, and that's it. Don't look at anybody, don't make eye contact. Like, this is New York. Like, now I understand why everybody was so worried about me coming here on top of coronavirus, because it's not like me just to look down and to just mind my own business. But here I am learning. So that last interaction with that lady, though, really had me scared because she was huge. She was homeless. She obviously had another mental disorder. And I was just like, and when she started like walking up and down, like she clearly was targeting me for whatever reason. I was the only other person in the subway waiting area. So she was clearly targeting me for whatever reason. So I was scared. Honestly, I was scared. And it gave me a lot of anxiety. And it's kind of like that feeling like, you know, when you almost crash into somebody. I know that feeling very well because I'm a terrible driver. But, or if somebody almost crashes into you, and then you just like, you stop and you have like that feeling like that you're just like, you're all shaken up, and like you're just like that's how I was feeling the entire time. So I went to the other subway across the street, and I decided to go back from that one. And I just like, I stood by the subway attendant the entire time, like he was gonna help me anyways if anything happened. But then she was across the way, and she was still shouting at me, and I literally like did nothing. I literally was just walking in and swiping my card right when she was, and I think that maybe she thought that I would say something to her, or I don't know. I didn't even like look at her. So it was crazy. You could literally be doing nothing except minding your own business, and people are still yelling at you to mind your own business. So I was definitely shaken up, because now I'm thinking about when I'm riding the subway in my scrubs, are people gonna say stuff to me? Are people gonna be scared of me because I'm riding stuff with my scrubs, because I'm riding the subway with my scrubs? Are people gonna try to jump me because I'm riding the subway in my scrubs and they think I'm spreading disease on the subway? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I should walk to work. I don't know if I should take an Uber to work. I don't know if I should change my clothes before I leave work so that I don't look like a nurse, so that I'm not wearing my scrubs to work and from work. I just don't know. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated. But I mean, even walking back to my hotel and walking to the subway from my hotel, I had homeless people all up and down the street trying to talk to me, just muttering stuff to me, saying stuff to me. But it wasn't aggressive, you know? I mean, as long as you just keep your head down and keep moving, they don't say anything to you. But this one lady was just relentless. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I don't know. It's only my first time riding the subway. It's my second day in New York. I have 13 weeks to go. So is it going to get worse? Is it going to get better? Is it going to stay the same? I don't know. And that's kind of causing me a little bit of anxiety. And I don't know, you guys. So wish me luck. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. And I will keep you guys updated. Bye.